What is up, bros and broettes? I am Inkslasher, and today we are doing another episode of Versus. Now, Versus is a series where, generally speaking, we put two weapons head-to-head to see which one is better and make you a better Call of Duty player. Today, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Today, we're going to be looking at two attachments, the ELO sight versus the Reflex Sight, aka the red dot sight. Now, the red dot sight has been around in Call of Duty for a very, very long time, and the ELO is brand new to Black Ops 3. Now, they are very, very similar, and we're going to be talking about which one is actually better. Now, we're going to scrap the normal kind of format that we do for this, where we give out points based on certain stats. We're just going to scrap that altogether because you'll see exactly why, but we're just going to basically talk about which one of these is better and exactly why. Now, a lot of these videos have been made where it's the ELO versus the red dot sight, but I don't think they were completely done properly. They weren't totally talked about as in-depth as they should be, and we're going to talk about all of that. But if you could leave a like rating, let me know what you think of the video down in the comment section below. But it would be absolutely fantastic if we could get a like rating on this video. It really, really does help out the channel. Oh, by the way, I meant to mention this right at the beginning, but I forgot. As you watch this right now, at the exact time that this video came out, there is supposed to be a reveal trailer for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare coming out on the Call of Duty YouTube channel, and exactly, I believe, an hour and a half from now, I believe it's 10:30 Pacific Standard Time, which would make it, I believe, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's actually going to be a live stream going on of something to do with Infinite Warfare going on Twitch, so you can go ahead and check both of those out. But apparently that's going on right now. Unfortunately, I'm at work right now, so I can't actually make a video about it, but maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow or something. But without further ado, let's talk about which one of these is actually better, because this came up on a live stream. Basically, I was using the red dot sight, and everyone in my live stream, which my Twitch link is down in the description, was shitting on me. They were like, why the hell are you using a red dot sight? So we started having a conversation about the red dot sight, and here's basically what happened. So let's start off by talking about the aesthetics of these two, because obviously that is the main difference between these two, is how they look, and let's talk about that. Alright, so here we are. You're probably going to recognize this picture from the thumbnail. Now, the cool thing about this is it's super easy to see the difference between the two, because in these pictures, I'm standing the exact same distance away from this polar bear, and it's very easy to tell here the size difference. So that is the biggest thing that most people don't talk about in their videos, is the basic size difference between these two things. Now, first of all, the width, the horizontal distance of the sight. First of all, red dot sight, way, way, way wider. As you can see, it's wider than the polar bear's face, and the ELO is thinner than the polar bear's face, and a very obvious difference there. The height of it, first of all, the red dot sight has the bar at the top. The ELO does not have the bar at the top. The bar at the top actually takes away some of your view. You're obviously not going to be able to see what's behind that bar. Also, it goes way higher up than the ELO. If you look at the ELO, it ends right at the bear's nose, whereas the red dot sight goes up and well above the polar bear's eyes. Other than that, the only other things I can really say about the difference is the red dot sight is obviously red, the ELO is like an orangey color, and some people say the ELO's dot is a little bit smaller. I might agree with that, or it might just be the color difference playing a trick on your eyes, but more or less, if you can see that and you agree with me, that means it's smaller for you, just because that's what you perceive. Whether it's true or not doesn't matter, because that's what you see in your eyes. Now, stats-wise, believe it or not, stats-wise, these weapons are almost identical. Exactly the same. The aim-down sight speed is the exact same. The amount of recoil is the exact same. All of those things is exactly the same. There's one difference. With the red dot sight, you have 0.1% more field of view focus. What I mean by that is you scope in by 0.1%. Yes, not 1%, not 10%, 0.1%, so almost negligible. If you ask me, you can see it a little bit, but that may just be the size of the red dot playing a trick on your eyes, but it's there. You are scoping in just a very little bit more. How do I know this? People actually found it in the code for the game. Normally, I wouldn't be able to measure this on a screen or anything, but the easiest way to compare it is basically by looking at the game stats, and the only stat that is at all even a little bit changed is the fact that you aim down sights, and when you aim down sights, you scope in 0.1% more with the red dot than the ELO. That is the only difference, and it's almost negligible. Not quite, but almost. Now, which one of these is better? If you ask me, it's kind of obvious from what we've talked about. It comes down to personal preference, though. Like 100%, what you prefer to use is what you should use. It's going to be what you're more comfortable with, and it's probably what you're going to perform better with. However, if you ask me, it's definitely better to use the ELO. The people on my stream were 100% right. After using it, it's guaranteed that the size of it makes it a lot easier to aim, because there's less area where you're going to be possibly aiming, because when you're aiming down a red dot sight, there's this larger area that you're looking through. With the ELO, there's a smaller area, which means you have a less of a chance of missing that target. Now, on top of this, it also covers less, so therefore, if you're shooting at someone, you're going to have a better chance of seeing them, because the sidebars or the top bar of the red dot sight aren't going to be covering the target you're shooting at. So what I would say is pretty much guaranteed the ELO will be better most of the time, but like I said, it's mostly personal preference. As far as the size of the dot itself, since the sight for me of the ELO, the orange dot, I guess you could call it, itself looks a little bit smaller, it might help me aim just a little bit because it may be a little bit more precise, but like I said, that could just be my eyes playing a trick on me. And finally, there's one thing I didn't talk about, and it's the main reason why the ELO is actually better, and I can say actually better than the red dot sight, and here it is. It doesn't happen very often, but when you get power cord, it is far easier to aim with the ELO than the red dot sight, because when you get power cord, the dot disappears. But the ELO is super easy to aim with when there is no red dot or orange dot in the case of an ELO, because with the red dot you kind of just have to guess where the middle of the red dot sight is. With the ELO, it's right in the middle of the two bars at the exact height of the bars on the ELO. Looking at the screen here, you can see the orange dot on the ELO takes place in the middle of the two bars, right at the exact height that those bars end, whereas if you're aiming with the red dot sight, you not only have to guess width-wise, but also height-wise where that middle is and where you're going to be shooting. So it's a little bit easier to aim when you get power cord. I know it's super rare, but you got to be ready for all those circumstances, and you're going to be a better player with the ELO than you will with the red dot in that case scenario. So if you ask me, the ELO is just a little bit better. They are so close to being the same, but just to improve you that little amount, try out that ELO if you haven't already, because I hadn't, and my stream told me to, and they were 100% right. So, if you guys enjoyed the video, it'd be super greatly appreciated if you could leave a like rating. Let me know down in the comment section below whether you prefer the red dot sight or the ELO. Like I said, now that I've given it a shot, I definitely prefer that ELO. But like I said, I want to hear what you think down in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, if you did, hit me up with that like rating. It'd be super greatly appreciated. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I upload new Call of Duty videos every single day of the week, except for Sunday. Thank you for watching, guys, and until next time, peace out.